Welcome to Day Night Cricket, where we talk cricket day and night. My name is Kurt, and I'm joined by Queen the Guru, Dalrymple, and we're taking a look at the first Test match between the West Indies and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka were able to close off the first day at 267 for 3. A strong batting display and a really commanding start with their captain Karunaratne unbeaten on 132 and Dhananjaya unbeaten on 56. For the West Indies, we were only able to get 3 wickets, with 1 going to Shannon Gabriel and 2 to Roston Chase. It was an unfortunate toss to lose for the West Indies cricket team, who I believe would have opted to bat first, given the 11 that they went with, and also given that the weather conditions are expected to favour rain on day 3, 4, and 5. So putting up a big score and then aiming to bowl the opposition out twice, I think would be the favourable play for the batting unit going first. Speaking of that 11, the West Indies chose to go with Craig Brathwaite, captain, Jeremy Solizano, who unfortunately took a blow in the field. He actually took a pull shot straight to his helmet. And luckily, the scans showed no damage, no structural damage. But I guess it remains to be seen whether he will be able to take part in the rest of the test match, given the concussion protocols. But for now, he would be the opening partner for Craig Brathwaite. Then you have Nkrumah Bonner, Ralston Chase, followed by Jermaine Blackwood, Kyle Mears, Jason Holder, Joshua De Silva, Raheem Cornwall, Jomel Warrican, and Shannon Gabriel. So we chose to go with 2 out-and-out spinners, ably assisted by Ralston Chase, and then we also went with the pace of Shannon Gabriel, Jason Holder, and the backup medium pacer who bowled 3 overs on day 1, Kyle Mears. So an interesting 11. I guess there would have been some talk about the selection of Shannon Gabriel over someone like Akima Roach or even a Jaden Seals, who has had a really good start to his international career. I am supposing that Shannon Gabriel was chosen because of his out-and-out pace on these particular wickets. And I guess it remains to be seen then how productive that choice will go. And more than likely, he will play the first test match, and then one of the other quicks will probably play the second test match. I expect a bit of rotation in that regard, unless he takes a 10-wicket haul.
Yes, Kurt, as you mentioned, the state of play at the close of day 1, Sri Lanka will be, I think, very happy with the position that they found themselves in, winning the toss, choosing to bat, ending day 1 200 plus, and 2 set batsmen at the crease, one well over 100, and the other having amassed a half century. I think that as the trend tends to go in Sri Lanka and the subcontinent, they'll look to post a huge first innings total and just bat once. And the onus now will be on West Indies to make inroads as quickly as possible to try to curtail that. You mentioned the impending weather. I guess the West Indies also will have an eye on that. But yeah, the onus really is on the bowling of the West Indies now try if not to bowl them out, to curtail the rate of scoring so that they don't get too far ahead of the game. Yeah, as it relates to the 11 that played for West Indies, I don't have a big problem with the makeup of the team. West Indies opting to go with the extra spinner, and I guess in the subcontinent you expect that that's almost standard to go with the extra spin option. I'm a bit surprised that Shannon is the choice for this test as opposed to Roach. Just on the fact that Shannon is now coming back to fitness, unless there's a fitness concern with Roach as well that we don't know about. I'm not sure. But yeah, a little surprised to see Shannon being the one selected ahead of Roach here. I think fitness aside, Roach may just offer a little bit more, especially in conditions that are not going to be favorable to Shannon. It's not going to be that much pace and bounce nor lateral movement. And I think Roach's consistency may have been a better fit, in terms of being able to tie off an end, so to speak, and to be patient for periods of time to induce false strokes from the batsman and what's not. I think Roach may have been the better option for my mind, but they opted to go with the pace of Shannon. I guess they'll use him in short, sharp bursts, and I guess we'll see how it goes. But for me, Roach would have been the one playing. I suspect, as you mentioned, the plan will be to play them in alternate tests and have Shannon play this one and Roach the second. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, there may also have been a scope to play them both, depending on the conditions, of course, and how you see yourself. If your quicks are your strong suit, which they have been for a while, I think you know you may need to back them to do the job and have that trio of Roach, Gabriel, and Jason. I I don't know, and what also factors into to me saying that is that your frontline spinners in Warwican and Cornwall, to me, have not been penetrative or effective in Test cricket for a little while. So I don't think you lose anything by not playing one of them. To be fair, I think between the two of them today, they haven't taken a wicket and have gone for about half the runs that were conceded. So they've gone for over 100 together. They haven't taken a wicket. They haven't looked that penetrative to me, and they haven't in previous Test series leading up to this one. So maybe the scope is there to back your strong suit, which would have been another pacer. But again, subcontinent and going with the spinner, I can't really fault that. But yeah, just from that point of view of them both not being that effective in recent time, and Roston has been effective in recent time, and we've seen it again so far in this match with the two wickets that have fallen to spin going to the off spin of Roston, the quote unquote part timer, who I think isn't really isn't shouldn't really be called a part time spinner. No, we should be more into the all round range. But yeah, I guess we'll see how the rest of the game plays out. It is only day one. Um, Cornwall and Warwick may well come into their own tomorrow and later into the test if necessary, and may prove me wrong. Hopefully, for the sake of the West Indies, that's the case. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Um, it I think the early session tomorrow will shape the course of this test. That, along with the weather. I think if West Indies can make inroads and get Sri Lanka for around 300 or 350, there's a chance here. But I think if they get upwards of 400, then we're basically just looking to you know bat our way to stay in the game.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, Quinn, and we shall definitely see how this game plays out. Thank you guys for listening to Day Night Cricket, and we'll be back with more notes and analysis, so stay tuned.